Right, we're away again. We, 35 of the Something About Haggis podcast. Wee bit late. No, well...
I thought that was the intro.
Right.
What you just said? What the fuck episode is
what
it?
the fuck episode is it? Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. No. I mean,
I in silence for fucking 20
Exactly.
seconds. That was the intro, Banjo. Aye. Fucking idiot.
I liked it.
Aye,
We'll keep that
we're,
in. I like
we're,
it.
we're a wee bit late today, because, Ken, yesterday we just couldn't be fucked.
It's like, I don't know. Like yesterday, I just couldn't be fucked anyway. But like I've been in that situation before where we're like, oh, I'm gonna have to record today, and it's not bad because you can. There's stuff to talk about. The problem now is there's just nothing to talk about, so it, like doubles down on the fucking like, holy shit.
Aye, I've really didn't want to spend an hour and a half talking about fucking nothing. Just sitting there with like 30-second silences before somebody gans.
Aye.
It was my great auntie's cat's birthday the other day, so that was really good.
Aye.
Really enjoyed that.
It was like last week. I was like, oh, I really couldn't be fucked because I stayed up till fucking 5:30 in the morning watching the UFC. But then at least we had UFC to talk about.
Yeah.
There was a couple more cards during the week, but they were shy.
Did anybody watch them though?
I watched the fights, but I was like, whatever.
I didn't. I just seen that Francis Ngannou was on hot boxing with Mike Tyson. I liked that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I've not watched it all yet, but just
I seen there was a video going about where fucking Ngannou and Mike were showing them like each other's punching style and shit like that and their technique and all that shit. And I was like, holy
two
fuck.
fucking
I thought you meant
savages.
smoking weed.
Aye, they do. They sit and get baked.
Oh, did it? All right.
Yeah.
See how Hogg said,
Talking about
I've seen this other video where they were showing each other punches. That's what he meant.
I'm assuming it was at the same time, like before or whatever, or after they did it. They were like,
had a nice wee day together. Two great stags.
Two
Who's it?
Kill any man on the planet.
Who do you think punches harder?
Apparently,
like
Ngannou
now or Tyson in his
Always
prime?
Ngannou.
Yeah, I would have probably said that. Like,
Does he not got the?
Ngannou, he's bigger and longer.
I was going to say, does he not have
That's
the world
why.
record for punch or something like that?
Yeah, that's like it's
not like an official thing, but like you're like
because Tyson never hit that in his prime.
Yeah.
But my reasoning would be like if you're bigger and longer, like if you've got longer levers, you can generate more power.
Aye.
And Ngannou is like much bigger and longer than Tyson is, so I would say that he hits harder. I love its technique.
Mike Tyson, probably the greatest boxer of all time, versus a guy that shoveled sand for the first fucking 25 years of his life, all day, every day,
apparently,
like a fucking animal.
Apparently, Tyson is coming back for a fucking another fight. Do you see this? He's got two potentially on the table. One of them is Evander Holyfield.
That'd be cool to watch.
I don't think he should do it, man.
I
wouldn't
honest,
like
I'd
to
want
see
Mike
that.
Tyson batter fuck out a Banjo for fucking, well, I'd say 12 rounds, but like for 30 seconds before he killed him.
I'd run away from him for 12 rounds.
And then the other one is
Tyson Fury's death.
No, the other one's Shannon Briggs.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ.
He's the Let's Go Champ. Did you see that guy?
No.
He was a former heavyweight champion, like legit fucking savage guy, big puncher. But the reason that he got famous recently is because he was the guy that was coaching like the Paul brothers for their fight against KSI.
Right.
And all he did was just stand and shout, "Let's go, champ."
All right.
So
great. Top coach.
Like a lot of people didn't know who he was before that, and now he's like apparently trying to fight Tyson. Tyson, please don't.
I want to see Iron Mike versus fucking Tyson Fury Senior. That's what I want to see. I don't give a fuck.
Mate, Tyson Fury Senior's calling out some fucking guy. Do you see that shit?
Who was he calling it? I seen him call like
Tyson
trying
Fury,
to call out Mike Tyson. That was it.
No, he was trying to call out some other guy. He sent this video where he was like, he accepted a fight with a bodybuilder. Fight challenge after being called out by a 56-year-old bodybuilder. The bizarre fallout between the two men who didn't even know each other came after John challenged UFC chief Dana White to a fight.
For fuck's sake, man. That's like that kind of typical sort of, I don't know, pardon my political correctness, that kind of typical pikey shouting each other out on YouTube and shit. Have you never seen them videos before?
Gypsies, like the fucking Irish gypsies.
I'm in the prime of my life, you're in the prime of your life, we'll have a fair fight there now. And like, I'm fairly, and it went back and forward for fucking weeks. Just these two fucking like tragic looking cunts shouting at each other on YouTube videos.
They've all got the vest
And
tops
like,
on.
mate, can you just stop?
It's always like the dirty
Aye,
white
they're
vest tops, the wife beaters.
Aye. And fucking
Aye.
10 Dougs and 17 Waynes running about the bit, man. It's just a shame.
He's a fucking.
They're all
this
shagging
guy's a
cousins
fucking
and
mental
that.
case, like, because I think the fucking this bodybuilder guy, whoever the fuck it is, was wanting an actual boxing match, and he was like, He gave him his address, like literally his actual address, and was like, "Come round to my bit, and I'll fight you in the fucking garden, bare knuckle, fuck your boxing match." I was like, "Bro,
Go in the gear them.
Is
I no bother me.
I want to see
fucking
Mike
it.
Tyson
Like we're back in
fucking
fucking high school.
Floyd Senior.
Floyd Senior. He'll kill Floyd
No,
Senior.
but it'd be great to watch though.
Like with a jab. Have you seen Floyd Senior, man? Like
Floyd Senior's 67 years
exactly.
old."
You might watch the fucking
Sean.
greatest of all time. Just knock out a near 70-year-old man.
Aye, but he's
Get what I
great
mean?
at dodging in that.
He's great at dodging. That just
Lying there,
alright.
sparked out.
Mate, a body shot would
Aye.
kill him.
He'd
He wouldn't even have to hit him in the head. He'd have a heart attack.
fucking miss
Got hit in the
miss
body,
him, and he still
probably.
knocks him out. And Banjo's just sitting there like, well, he zigged when he should have zagged. You know what I mean? What you want from me?
But Banjo only wants that fight because
I'll
then
put
he'll
on
be
a pound
"Oh,
on
money
that Floyd Senior
in case he wins."
Comes in with a flying knee.
I kind of fancy losing a bit more money.
Fucking class, man. Mike trips on the way into the ring. Banjo loses all his money. Quality.
What would you put Mike Tyson against? Oh,
What is
that's
that buzzing
somebody's
noise,
at my
man?
door.
That's his
It's
phone.
my door bell ringing. I'll put it.
Aye, because you've got, you know, them ring fucking things,
Yeah.
don't you? What for?
Mike Tyson
Who?
on fucking against the heavyweights now in boxing. What would you say to that?
The heavyweights now in boxing.
Expand.
Like, aye,
What, in
like
a
a
fight?
boxing match. Like,
In
see,
a
Just
boxing
Mike
match.
Tyson v like
You-
Anthony Joshua.
So you would, so you would rather have. So you're asking me, would Mike Tyson, the 53-year-old retired boxer, against a heavyweight in his prime right now?
depends what heavyweight we're talking about though.
Fuck off.
It
Banjo.
doesn't, mate. Like, unless this guy it's his first fight. Like, even then, I'm like, "Ugh, fuck, this guy probably wins. Like,
Because he's
I
not
don't know, like-
53-year-old.
I think Tyson. I,
like if you're thinking about Tyson against Wilder, Fury, AJ, anybody like that,
I would like Wilder.
fucking
That'd
crazy.
be a good shot.
like,
He'd kill him.
mate, you fucking idiot.
That'd be class.
Like, you just want to lose money at
Aye.
this point. Like, that's what's happening.
I'm all in.
Like,
Mike
fucking
Tyson,
hell, man.
first round knockout. Fucking no bother.
You never know. It is
I mean,
possible.
has he got the
It
power
is
to knock somebody
possible.
out?
For sure.
Probably. He probably has the power to knock someone out. Like, definitely a normal person out. He probably has the power to knock out a heavyweight, for sure. But it's not just about, oh, can I land this one shot?
That's the way Wilder
anymore.
does.
It was when he was in his prime,
Aye.
because but Tyson's speed will have came off significantly in the fucking however many years it's been since his last fight. What would it been, like 15 years since his last fight? When was Tyson's last
Fuck
fight?
More
knows.
than
A
15
long
years,
ass
I
fucking
think.
time ago.
Professional career. Can we see? Can we see just like
Even after his
fucking-
last fight, he was still on the decline. Okay, what I mean?
Oh yeah, he was. He was in
And
the
it'll
okay,
decline
declined for
way
quite a while.
further than that now.
His last fight was 2005,
Oh,
so
right.
15
Yeah.
years ago. Yeah, I lost to Kevin McBride, and his fight before that was I lost to Danny Williams. The last time he won was 18 years
Fucking hell.
ago, 17 years ago. Yeah, 2003. The last time
He's had
he
a
won.
lot going on since then.
He's 50-6.
He looks good
That's
though.
his record. 50 wins, 6 losses.
Of course
Yeah.
he does. He still keeps in
He looks
shape.
good when he's hitting pads, yeah. But like hitting pads and then fighting Tyson Fury are two very different things.
I can hit pads. Get what I mean? I can't fight Tyson Fury though.
Well, you're a fucking twat.
Yeah.
Talking about Mayweather Senior though, do you see that fucking McGregor's been on the old Twitter
Oh,
again?
He needs to fuck off.
And he
He's doing my
says,
head in.
and
I
you
don't
just
know what he wants though. Like, what does he
Yeah.
actually want? Because he's calling out everyone.
I'm-
He wants
well,
a media.
I'm just about
he
to
wants
tell
a
you.
media star.
Mhm.
I'm just about to tell you. If you can quiet.
Thanks, Da.
Excuse your fucking manners for 10
I
seconds.
didn't just say,
real
oh,
quick.
Connor's been on... I wasn't just going to be like, Connor's been on Twitter. Ah, so Ken. Fucking hell. He's like, no for the inevitable rematch with the knowledge I now hold in Floyd style, plus that under the tutelage of my old school boxing coach, I will crack the puzzle and I will beat
Fuck off.
Floyd. I promise my life
Fuck
on
off.
it. So he's why I fight Floyd
You can
again.
fuck off.
But he wants to
Simple as
fight
that.
Gaethje. He wants to fight fucking Khabib. He wants to fight Diaz.
He wants to fight everybody.
But yet he's not fighting.
Well,
He's not fighting anybody.
I don't know how much of that's dependent on the UFC though, because I think it was Eddie Bravo. They done a fight companion, came for that card that was like through the week or something.
aye.
And Eddie Bravo was like, I mean, the thing that makes sense to me is to just have like another super fucking stat card. So you have like Khabib v Gaethje, and then Conor v Tony on the same card, and I'm like, you can't,
That'd be it.
you're not gonna be able to though, because anytime you put
That's it.
Conor on, it's gonna have to be the main event realistically.
Aye.
And you can't have like
But,
the
mate-
title they're trying to go for being as like the co-main event. It doesn't even really work.
Mate, Ken, what they should do is, gan like kickboxing style, they do like tournaments in a night.
Yeah,
That's the way to fucking
don't
do
like
it.
that.
Have like, set up a bracket and have fucking, I don't even know.
Just
how you
the four
set
of
it
them.
up, but
Just
it'd be
the- just
fucking
the four
class.
of them.
Just the four of them. Have a round robin in one night and just they fight each other over and over again. Mate, I'd be down for that shit.
I think you should just put them all four of them in the cage at the same time. Last man standing.
Have a Royal Rumble. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
go.
Let's show you wrestling when it's a fucking 3v1 Khabib.
Oh, it'd be
Just let the wrestling punch fuck each other. Tony's still standing there because he's the only one that can still breathe. That's what I'm talking
Oh
about.
man.
Oh man.
What?
It'd be a good fucking card though. I think to be fair, it makes sense for them to obviously do like Gaethje Khabib when they can. But I think in the meantime, I didn't see a problem with Conor and Tony.
Conor and Tony would be a good fight.
'Cause Have they fought before? I don't think they fought before, right?
No.
That'd be a fucking good fight. So it would. So Eddie Bravo was saying it on
Remember-
that fight companion, he's like, I've got no business being the mic'd up coach. I'm not a coach. Like, if you want to talk about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and like rolling and grappling with folk, I'm your guy.
Yeah.
Sound. See, other than that, if you're wanting to play a strike game, which Tony always does, he was like, I'm not your man. I can't tell you shit about striking. I'm not that kind of coach. I'm not head coach material. So all you can say, like, he was like, yeah, they're not miking the head coach up. They were miking me up so that like folk could obviously hear what advice he was saying to Tony, which is one of the things that I think we all said, like, I quite like that, like seeing how much, like seeing what the coaches said to them, and then how
Yeah.
much they actually put that into practice, like on the next round kind of thing. But he was like, I've no business being the fucking head coach. I don't know why the fuck they were making me up. So I'm just standing there like, yeah, you got this, bro. Like, there's nothing else I can say. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with striking. I'm not a striker. But and then Schwab and that were like, just like, mate, you're selling yourself short. Didn't do that to yourself. And he's like, I'm being quite realistic here by saying I care nothing about fucking striking, which is true, to be fair.
It was a
It was
good
a
fight.
good
though.
fight.
It was good fun to watch. I felt really bad for Tony, but apparently he was like dancing about in the hospital room like that night.
Yeah, I seen him on Instagram.
Fuck me, man. The guy's
He was all
he's
about
a
it.
different kind of human, man.
He's not
He's not
ready
of
to
this
eat.
world. That's what's wrong with him.
But-
That's why he's called El Kukui. That's the
I don't
fucking
like him.
boogeyman right there. Why? Because he cost you a fortune at the last weekend.
No.
How did you not knock him out
I
with a
know,
flying
man.
knee?
Yeah,
I would have
makes
won
no sense.
20 grand
Fucking
on that for a pound bet. No, I don't.
That's why you'd have won 20
Mate,
fucking
to you,
grand.
aye. To you, that's $3.
I'm like, that'll
Aye,
happen.
I'll
like,
take that bet.
This might come in. This might come
It's
in.
worth a chance.
Put it
though.
this way, but you're not going to see that again. Someone even
Never.
close for at least another 10 year Banjo. Put it that way.
No, yeah, that'll
It'll be,
never happen.
it'll be a Superman
Never
punch in
once.
action.
Nobody will
off.
ever get. I will literally go on record right now. No one will ever get flying kneed in the first 20 seconds of a round ever again and get like one hit knocked
Yeah.
out. Never again will that happen. Even I would even probably go as far to say in the first like minute, it'll probably somebody will throw a flying knee. I'd be shocked if it knocked him out. It was such a fucking anomaly that it'll never happen again. There's no way.
I'd prefer that to be Jorge Masvidal's fucking name rather than Game Bread. I've never been a fan of Game Bread. Like, see if they just, like Jorge the Anomaly Masvidal. Sound. That's something. Anomaly.
Flying me, Masvidal.
The flying Mexican. Is he Mexican? Like, I'm sure he's partly Mexican, right?
He looks it.
Masvidal.
Or is he?
Alright, racism. He's American mixed martial artist from Miami, Florida.
Yeah, so he's got to have Mexican in there.
Mexican.
If he's from Miami, he's bound to have a bit of Mexicano in there.
Where were we?
Cuban, that was the one.
Cuban, he was born and raised in Miami to a Cuban father and Peruvian mother. There you go. So
he's literally built for wars.
the flying Cuban then, Ken. Let's do that. Although I don't think I've ever seen him throwing knees like as a thing, as part of like his normal game plan. It's usually let me play Rock'em Sock'em Robots essentially. He just stands there and just punches. Kind of like Amanda Nunes or like Francis Ngannou, but not quite with the same wow factor. He's still a beast. He is still a beast.
Technique. He's really good. Like, he's not just like, I'm going to stand and trade with you. I can mix it up. He's really good, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, for like a good chunk of it, you can see like he's like my box. I think it's been said plenty of times before. He's like probably the strongest all round boxer, like in the division. So he uses that a lot because he can outbox a lot of people.
Yeah.
Who chooses their names?
Talking about.
It's just a kind of nickname they get gradually.
Would mine be Banjo?
I mean, I imagine that some people get given the nickname, and then other people are like, "You should probably," or when they get in the UFC or whatever, they're like, "You should probably have a nickname," and they're like, "Oh, I guess this will be it." Like, I imagine McGregor came up with Notorious himself. You know what I mean? But
I don't know where they get them.
Who gives a fuck, man? Like,
not the biggest, most important bit of the story, is it?
It's like anybody. How does anybody else get their nickname? Right. You know what I mean? People just give them it because of something funny usually.
Because you've done something fucking stupid, Jens, and your pals just can't let you fucking forget it.
Mine would be shit. Mine would be like Sean Banjo Kennedy. Woo!
Sibo was telling me that he's got a mate that they call Pigeon because they were on a night out one night somewhere else. Like, they were staying in a hotel, and there was a pigeon on this guy's windowsill, and it like was whatever making noise and all that shit. And he just like half woke up and shouted at the pigeon, telling it to fuck off. And after that, he got that was it.
I've got a pal that gets
that's
called
how people
Pigeon.
get nicknames.
And I do.
Is it the same guy?
No, well, I don't know. We call him Pigeon because he looks like a pigeon, and then in his boiler suit, it just makes it look like a wee pigeon outfit. A couple of the boys will listen to this. He'll know. They'll know what I'm talking about. I know.
It's funny.
So I had to be there moment.
Yours is a kind of shite nickname, isn't it, Hog? It's just let me just call you your second name. Like we're in the army.
Mine was all about ease. Mine was literally all about ease because there was like three folk called Scott in my class in school, and it was a fucking hassle. They'd be like, Scott, and we're all like, what?
So you used to. There's Peacock, Sim, and Hog. That's it.
Aye. Easy.
What's with yours,
Deke?
It's life.
It's you just take the R out of my name.
I don't know why people call you Deke. Like, you had that nickname before I
did. Yeah, I don't know. I've just always had it. My mum used to call me like Del Boy. Ken feel like Ken feel like only fools and horses. That was it. Yeah. But I don't know. You got yours for being a dirty little cretin and snapping your banjo. I was up the woods with your dad at the weekend.
I know. He texted me in the morning. I was like, "Why should I be worried here? Like, this is a bit weird. Getting a text off my pals."
Oh no!
I'm at the woods with your dad.
Just up the woods riding the fuck at your dad.
This is well weird.
Just to clarify that, it's because we were at a grass fire and Banjo's dad's also a fireman, so Ken, that was the reason we were there.
He got another 2 or 3 call outs after that.
There was one of them was like a sit-on lawnmower at Colvent Golf Course. It was gone. It was just a sort of shell of what it used to be, just smouldering away in the middle of the golf course.
Were you there when the lassie smashed her head?
When the lassie smashed her head? Oh, the woman.
Are you to talk about that?
Women, man. Yeah, probably. Some pair dear, man. The fucking like her and her husband were, I don't know what age she'd have been, like maybe probably in her 60s, I'd have said. And she just took she walked past the fire engine and was looking at like where she was walking, didn't see the fire engine door was open, fucking smashed her face off the fire engine door and cut her fucking forehead open, and then took her heater because like it hit her that hard. So I can guarantee you that'll be an email in like a week or something. I'll get an email from my fire email address being like, make sure you shut the doors and that when you're in an incident, because some folk can't look where they're fucking walking.
That just makes me lose faith in humanity. Like, we're fucking idiots.
You make me lose faith in humanity. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I feel like when I talk to you, I'm just like, oh, we're doomed. It's like, what the? Like, what's that fucking film where they get put into a capsule and they wake up and it's like, idiots keep breeding, so idiots have now taken over the world. The fuck's it called? Idiocracy?
No idea.
Is it Idiocracy?
I don't know.
Oh fuck, I can't remember. It's got Terry Crews in it. He plays the president.
That doesn't happen.
I mean,
speaking of Terry Crews, okay, did you ever hear fucking Joey Diaz's bit about him and about the guy touching his dick? No, a guy.
Oh, like yeah, it was like his agent or something.
He went up and
it's Idiocracy. That's the film I'm thinking of. Yeah, in that like everybody's went stupid as fuck. Like, ken the wee cubes you used to get when you were away, that had different shapes, so you had to like put the shapes into the hole.
You get like a circle and you got to try and jam it into the triangle.
Aye, that's how you work in Banjo. See, that's what I'm talking about when I say you make me lose faith in humanity. But it's you know them at the doctors. Like, he goes into the hospital because he gets like a cut on his head or some shit, or he cuts his hand, whatever. And he like solves this thing. He's like, what the fuck is this? So he solves it because they're like, oh, fill this out and it'll tell us what's wrong with you, basically. And because like he can write his name, they're like, yeah, you should just be a doctor here. Because everybody else has went that stupid, like, they're putting fucking Mountain Dew on the crops and stuff because they're like, oh, well, it buzzes us up, so it'll probably help the grass grow, right? And this guy's like, wow. Like, it's funny as fuck. And I have that genuine fear that's what's got to happen. Like, this...
I wouldn't worry too much,
I'm terrified of it, man. I mean, it's probably not in my lifetime, but, Ken, no luck to my fucking grand wains. If I ever have them. And Banjo will have a legion of wains in the next 5 years.
Is that like the...
Banjo's
is that the plot to Good Will Hunting?
Right, just does. They didn't count as his wains if he doesn't see them. Or PTSD.
What are you talking about?
How is that the plot to Good Will Hunting?
You got in and... Well,
I was
a janitor and then I walked in and I just solved the equation on the board and I was like, oh.
That's not what happened, Banjo.
It is what happened, but... It's not the point of the story. It wasn't like he's an idiot and then he looks at this blackboard and he's like, oh, now I'm a genius. No. He was always a genius.
Yeah.
You didn't get that film at all, did you? That was such...
Is that what you thought? Did you think he was just a janitor and then one day he was just like, oh, I can solve this incredibly difficult fucking equation.
I've never seen it, but I'm assuming that it's just... You
should watch it, man. It's a good film.
Banjo will not get it. He'll not understand.
He doesn't understand a lot of stuff.
Tell you what.
Like the fucking power.
He didn't understand the fucking Book of Eli.
Did they realise the guy for the Book of Eli was blind?
I thought he could just read Braille. That was like a hobby. I thought he just picked it up because he was bored because it was the end of the world. He was like, oh, I'll learn Braille.
Okay, I'm struggling for food and water and that, but let me learn Braille.
Just on the off chance it comes in handy.
I'm gonna have to watch that again.
Fucking wanker.
Still not watched it.
You'll notice wee bits in the film, like when he kills the cat and it's in the bag.
Aye.
He hits the car window with it to make sure the glass is gone. Wee things like that.
I'm not going back.
I thought it was just crazy.
I don't know.
We've done this.
I don't know how he doesn't get that. What a fucking wanker. He has white eyes.
Have you watched it since?
I thought it was because the apocalypse and that. It was kind of like the sun was all fucking too bright, so it was just kind of.
What's it just made his eyes white and everybody's got white eyes.
That was like evolution.
Even though you see loads of other folk that have just got normal eyes.
I thought it was just badass, man.
He was a badass. He was a fucking blind guy. Like,
so was
surviving in the wilds, being a fucking absolute beastie of a fighter.
So was Ray Charles. He was he was.
So
Ray
was what?
Charles.
Ray Charles. Yeah. He was not a badass fighter.
No, he was badass though. He was a blind heroin addict who shagged hundreds of lassies and fucking played music.
Is that who you aspire to be?
No, I'm. No, who's that? I was thinking about this other day. Who's kind of. I don't know. I can't mind who it was. Dan Bilzerian maybe.
That guy's a.
I'm not blind either.
That guy is such a fucking.
He's class, man.
He's not.
I totally see of all the people in the world you could have said right there, Dan Bilzerian makes sense for you because he's just a He too is a fucking idiot.
That is class.
He's a fucking wank. That guy.
What do you like about him, Banjo? Asking the question, knowing full well what you're gonna say. But what do you like about him?
He served in the military and then he came out and then
Aye, that's what you like about him.
Smokes a hood of weed, shags hundreds of lassies, and fucking has a shit ton of money.
There it is.
There it is.
That's just he pays these. He essentially just has hookers around him all the time. Like, and it's not even for him playing poker. It's because his dad left him a fucking Huria trust fund. Like, he can just afford it. Like, he could be shite at poker and he would still be doing exactly the same thing. He just happens to have the hobby of poker while also being a millionaire. He's a prig. He's the kind of guy you'd want to glass in the pub even if he weren't that violent a person.
I knew if I met him in the pub I would fucking hate him. But he's class. He's just class, man. He just doesn't give a fuck. Or Trump.
No, but
Inspire to be Trump.
Everything he does is just to try and be, like, just to try and get folk riled up at him. Like, just he can't gan way out attention, and it irritates the fuck out of me. I'm not.
I don't even give it that much.
I'm not a fan. No, because he mentioned his name, and you fucking ruined my morning now. Because that.
Mate, you need to get a grip a bit. Yeah.
What do you want from me? It's folk like that bug my fucking happiness. I'm like, can you just fuck off and tuck your toaster for a bath, you absolute fucking cunt?
So it's not worth getting.
Oh, mate! I get
that's my outlook on it. You know what I mean? Like, see when you say things like, "Oh, that guy pisses me off" or whatever, I'm like, "Aye, so what?" Just then he follow him or fucking on Instagram or whatever like that. Just like, he lives somewhere and I don't need to think about it anymore.
I didn't follow him or anything. It was just the fact that he brought him up annoyed me. Okay, what I mean? I think it's worse during lockdown because I've got I don't know. I'm getting cabin fever.
Did you see the latest what Trump said?
So
you work the whole time.
Aye, but I'm only at work or at home.
You gotta find.
Woo!
That's
it's great fun.
Woo!
Great fun.
Up the Betty Woods, isn't that? Ken, how many folk would kill it?
Do you know how many folk have died up there?
With Banjo's feather.
Mate, honestly, I must have seen 30 folk, and we were only there 2 hours. Because we were back again yesterday. Folk gone biking and whacking and shit. Just groups of folk. And I'm like, what are he doing?
See, when it's not lockdown, no, cunts up there.
You should
No, I know. I've seen some guy, and I'm not joking, the wee lassie that he had with him must have been 5-year-old, and he's trailing her up Dalbeatty Woods on the bike. And I'm like, not only does she not want to be here, but you definitely didn't normally do this. Because he's looking about where the fuck they are going? He had no idea what was going on. Just tuck her a fucking bike from the town. Gonna walk up the fucking park, you dick.
It's the classic thing where, oh, you can't do this anymore. I suddenly want to do it.
I'll be fair. I'm wanting to go fishing.
You're not going to catch me whacking up the Beatty Woods lockdown. No. Fuck that. Or any other wood.
Or any other wood. Any wooded area I'm staying well enough away from.
Do you know what we need more of? Bears.
What?
We need more of bears.
Why? Why do we need more bears?
You're not going to get that many folk going up the woods if there's bears.
Aye, Banjo, that's the solution. Tell what we need. We need some fucking bears.
Let's just get some bears.
Why stop folk going up woods?
Fucking right.
Bears. Stop. Why stop folk going outside during lockdown? Get bears in every town centre and just release them.
Did Germany or Russia not do that?
Sensible.
They released fucking.
No,
they've definitely did.
No.
On the lockdown, they did the tigers. It was tigers.
During the lockdown, they just let wild animals cut about to keep fucking check.
Aye, Banjo, that's what they did. In fucking Berlin, there was just tigers fucking ravaging.
I'm Googling it now.
Ravaging the population. The government advice was, if COVID doesn't get you, the tigers will. Stay inside. What the fuck are you even talking about?
Try again for your shop and fucking Shere Khan's hanging about outside fucking Far Foods waiting for you, you fucking wanker.
Tiger, Russia.
Putin released lions.
No, top news, right? No, Putin is not using
coronavirus.
Lions. Russia's coronavirus.
I'm going to believe that he did.
You've been hit with a classic fucking...
Are you a fucking idiot? The viral hoax appears to be circulating most rapidly in India, where there are considerably more lions and tigers than there are in Russia. Social media posts compare India's current 2-week lockdown to Russia, where they suggest Putin has taken a more iron-fisted approach. This is a quote by Twitter user Nasir Chenoti? I'm not sure how you say that.
Nazir from India.
Vladimir Putin has dropped 800 tigers and lions all over the country to push people to stay at home. The tweet includes a photo of Putin and another of a lion standing in a parking lot at night. What is that?
Like he's
believe
dropping
this?
them off in person.
I would have liked it being true.
Do you know the best? See the best of it? Like, see if you even released 800 lions and tigers in Russia, you're never gonna fucking find them. Do you care how big Russia is?
You'd be good though.
For fuck's sake.
Do you know I kept talking about fucking idiots? Somebody took the picture of the lion in the parking lot and then put a CNN breaking news thing on it and live in that and then made that up. Ken who fucking tweeted fucking Alan Sugar, is that his name?
Yeah.
Lord Sugar. And he put, is this a wind up?
Of course it's a wind up, you absolute fucking pleb.
I'd like it to be true.
Folk. Why would you like that to be true?
Something new, innit?
That's some fucking big dick energy. Releasing fucking lions and tigers on the people of your
just because you can.
Yeah, I mean, if Nicola Sturgeon was just like, all right, lads, we're just got to drop some fucking polar bears into Dumfries, then no, that's not how it works.
Wait,
then.
how many idiots would actually go up to it?
Folk are that fucking stupid. That's what I was going to say. Folk are that stupid. They'd gone up to the polar bear and been like, I've seen the Coca-Cola advert.
And it would fucking maul you. They're the most aggressive bears.
Rip you to fucking bits. Fuck that, man.
Ken, see, who the fuck was I talking to? Was it Margot I was talking to in the co-op? She was telling me about this craze in America that folk have been told to stop doing. They've been told to stop putting toothpaste up their fannies. Apparently that's a thing for lassies.
What?
Aye. Apparently putting...
For what reason?
Apparently putting toothpaste up
you
your fanny.
You do with ice cubes.
Apparently it tightens it up a wee bit.
Get ready, Banjo's
and
missing.
Fucking...
Ken what Banjo's going to be doing when this lockdown's over.
I got a bag of ice.
A pack of toothpaste.
Well, she was telling me, who the fuck was she? She was talking to me and my grandfather, and she's like, it's like a thing in that. I mean, Didn't get me wrong, I'd need a fucking barrel load to tighten mine up. And
I
was like, right.
Name and shame.
She's got mate, she's got no fucking filter at all, man. It's absolutely class, and she's funny as fuck.
That's definitely
and my grandfather was sitting there like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she's like, oh no, I used to get like, what the fuck's it called? Anusol. And put it like, she used to put it like under her eyes as like,
what the fuck is
Anusol? It's for piles.
Anusol. Alright.
I think it's piles cream. It's meant to kind of like...
It's a brand of medication that can be used to treat hemorrhoids.
Yeah. So it's meant to kind of like... I don't know how it works. Like it's meant to fucking pull them back in or some shit. So like it tightens the skin up or in it or whatever.
Well, it's like some ghetto Botox.
Basically, your asshole. She used to put it on her eyes because she's like, if it can tighten my arse, it'll definitely tighten the skin on my face.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Fucking class. That's fucking outstanding.
Is it though?
Oh, it's fucking brilliant. She's funny as fuck though. No filter at all. No filter at all. I love that in Alpha, man. See, when they just didn't give a fuck, they're just like, oh, whatever. Couldn't give a fuck.
Oh, she old.
That's what I like. Oh, she's like well into her 60s.
Oh, right. I was expecting like 30s.
I think.
Banjo was going to ask for her Snapchat there for a second.
You got a private
What's
Snapchat?
her fax? What's her fax number?
Send me a telegram.
Did you?
So yeah, apparently that's a craze. Putting toothpaste in your fanny.
Did you see Trump's interview with the fucking Chinese lassie?
No.
Oh,
Why don't you tell us?
It's a shit story, man. I was hoping News would take over and be like, oh, I seen that and then took over, but I know fine if I'm going to explain it. You just got to be like, oh, is that it?
It was an Asian lassie trying to ask him a question.
Go for it.
And then basically he was just like, "Nah, you can take your silly fuck because you're Chinese." Just didn't let her speak.
It's like, ask China.
She's like, "Aye, yeah. Why don't you ask China about that? You know where you're from or some shit like that?" And I'm like, "Wow, you're actually a cunt." Like, poor lassie. She looked like she sounded like she was like second generation or whatever. So like she was obviously born and raised there, and like perfect American accent and that. And he was just like, nah, ask China. And you're like, mate, you don't even know she's faking. I'm like, fuck. He was just straight away like, nah, you're slightly brown with kind of slanty eyes, so I'm not talking to you.
He was like, he asked the next person, he's like, oh, next question. And then the Chinese lassie kept talking. And then he was like, no, next gen. And then ignored the lassie what he asked. And then he was like, fuck this, I'm off. Like, fucking ended.
I just left. Like, nah, if you're not going to be a fucking adult and skip your turn, then, nah, I'm away. Tyler, you've ruined it for everybody else. Because you wanted to be an arsehole.
Oh, it was funny as fuck.
Fucking folk, man.
Have you got yourselves any branded face masks yet for Corona?
Nope.
I don't think I've ever worn one yet.
A Nike Air Max fucking...
Aye, for £70 or something, man. Man,
it's fucking unreal.
You only wear it for 4 hours.
Every fucking time I get on like YouTube or Facebook or that, it's like, oh, great deals on face masks. And I'm like, I didn't fucking want you, you cunt. Fuck off. They're giving us like the fucking... It's like a bit of plastic to basically wrap around your fucking face. Kind of like the helmets that you see... I think what they'll be in. I don't know. From folk are doing like autopsies and shit, they've got to wear like... It's like a band with a bit of plastic that like covers your face for any like splashes.
Surgical mask.
No, it's like a full plastic.
Oh, aye.
It's just a surgical
it's
mask,
like a grinding... It's like a plastic sheet.
Aye, it's like a fucking see-through welding mask, basically. They've got us them at work, and I'm like, why? What the fuck? I'm not walking about with that on, looking like a fucking wanker.
We get all that shit free for a vending machine at work. You type in our number at a vending machine, it spits out a mask or glasses or gloves, shit like that.
Aye, but is that not for your normal work gear rather than like COVID stuff?
Aye, but it's still got the face masks and that, and like the full body suits and shit like that. But
yeah, because it's PPE, and they have to.
They've got to give you. It's just a way of monitoring who's using how much.
Oh no, there's ways around that. Like I didn't do it, but I've seen folk with
He definitely fucking does.
I definitely don't have the
No, what folk do is they type in their code, right, and then it's like a kind of revolving door. It spins round and then opens a slot of what you have. Like, say,
is that what revolving means?
But it's got like 20 fucking doors on it, and then you grab. I've never done this. I've just seen folk do it, supposedly. And then you grab the rotating door and you fucking yank it, and then you can get the door next to it, and you take that stuff. You take that stuff to.
Can I mean? I'm never got to your work and be like, I can't how to steal your PPE. Can I mean?
I'm not saying
even
that.
care where you work. Never mind, I've got to turn up and be like, guess who's getting his cellophane mask?
I'm going back to work in 2 weeks.
I want some protective glasses.
I'll be back in 2 weeks.
I hear a night shift. Get ready.
I'm gonna try and fucking. I've got to try and get out of it. I'm gonna try and weasel my way through and do something about that.
I mean, I wouldn't broadcast that on a podcast that you're trying to find a way to noggin back to work.
Well, no, I'll come back, but
any Tory voter listening to this will grass you.
Yeah. I don't know.
You looking forward to your? What is the hours on your night?
I think it's 7:30 till 6 in the morning, or 7 till 6 in the morning.
That's not bad.
Monday to Thursday. But I think I'm gonna be welding for fucking like 10 hours straight or whatever, and I really
fuck, man. Having to do your job rather than fanny in a
I know.
tip dip.
I know. Honestly, man. Like, cause
have you?
See when I was at GBM, like,
oh Lord.
When I was at GBM, I would get my work done, or I'd fuck about for ages and then get my work done in the last hour or whatever. And I always did that. I can't do that at Clark's Tracks. Like, I can fuck about in that, but if I'm welding, the work keeps coming.
Innit? Imagine
the work keeps coming.
Imagine them expecting you to work while they're paying you for your time. Isn't that not just?
Imagine them expecting you to do the job that they're paying you to do. Fucking
height of fucking ignorance, innit?
Fuck that, though, man.
Just won the lottery, mate.
I'm just waiting for a massive bet to come through.
I'm fucking done with the fiberglass industry.
Mate, no, I'm not even done with fiberglass. I'm done with working after this 8 weeks I've had off.
I've enjoyed it.
Have you not been doing much more of your drawing?
Bits and pieces.
I think you should.
That's not a job though.
I know, but just like, hobby. Just rather it's just sitting about in that. Ken, have you at least done something slightly constructive with your time?
Aye, you have to. That's what I was saying to my mother. She was like, "What have you been up to?" And I was like, "Nothing." It's just finding things to like pass the time effectively. But that's far better. Like folk that are like, "Oh, I can't stay at home and that," and it's fucking tough. And again, I've had days where I'm like, "Fuck's sake, this is shit that you've got to stay at home." But I'd much rather be at home than at any job. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'd just rather not going back to work. Yeah.
Well, I've got.
Aye, but after you're not getting that 80%, life becomes a lot tougher when you've got no money to fuck it out with at all.
Exactly.
Can that painting by numbers thing I did? I got.
Oh, did you get it?
Received it yet?
Oh my god, that's.
It's
shocking.
been like a month.
Oh, mate. I was unlucky.
I'd be on the phone to the fucking trading ombudsman.
Because not only did you get fucking ripped off, they're not.
I never even got a confirmation email though.
So they literally just.
They've just taken you, mate. They've taken your money.
I've emailed them.
They've looked them up on fucking Facebook and went, "He's not even got to remember ordering this." Fuck it.
I've ordered that many shit. I've no idea what's coming. I received a wind. What's it called? I can't remember the proper name for it, but it's like a wind meter. Yeah, like
a wind
tunnel.
I don't fucking know. It's like a wee.
What did somebody fart?
He's ordered a fart machine through Wish.com.
No, it's like a wee handheld thing. It's got a fan. It tells you the wind speed. So yeah.
I don't know what you mean. You ordered a fan?
You ordered a handheld fan that you can buy for £2.
No, it like tells you the wind speed.
Why do you need that?
Aye, that's it. No, you're right enough. Something like that. Aye.
But what do you need that for?
Paragliding.
Fair point, actually.
Yeah, barometer's air pressure.
Yeah, kind of is.
No.
It's like
totally different.
It's like a pedometer, but it's not for steps.
A pedometer's for steps.
It's like a
what does this?
but it's not for steps. So it's not like a pedometer then.
What does this thing? What does this thing do?
Like
Measure
miles
wind
per hour,
speed.
kilometers per hour.
Is it just a sock on a stick?
No, it's like a wee fan.
It's got a
I
name.
can hear the typing that Hog's trying to fin this, and he's got to be like, I can't fin it.
An anemometer.
Anemometer. Anemometer. A-N-E-M-O-M-E-T-E-R. Anemometer.
Do you know what it is though?
Yeah.
Do you know what's pissed me off about it? It's a fact.
Yeah.
It's a fact. It comes with Bluetooth, right? So you can connect it to your phone. So like you can put it up on a stand and then you can read it off the phone. It's all in Chinese, right? Like the packaging's in Chinese, and then when you connect it,
that's why it was £4.
Connect it to fucking. Connect it to
China.
Bluetooth, and it comes up and it's like, oh, it's got a password. The password's usually 4 zeros or 1 2 3 4. So you type that in. Some Chinese cunt's been like, fuck him. I'm going to make my own password up for this wee machine, and he's probably did a fucking math fucking equation in it.
Right, with a 4-digit pin.
Well, it's not 4 digits. It keeps going, so it could be fucking 12 or anything.
So you can't get into your...
No, I can get into it, but I can't connect it to my phone.
Oh no!
See, why do you need it
First world problem.
Why do you need it connected to your phone anyway? Like, surely you just test it when you get up there, then you're jumping off the hill.
No, well, it depends because obviously the wind speed changes and that. If I've got it on a stand on the ground somewhere, like, there's no point having it in there and then like pressing the hold button to hold the screen and then see what it is. But if I'm in the air, then I can see if that thing's still on the ground, I can whip out my phone and then see what it is.
But surely that's giving you like what? So you would you leave it at like the bottom of the hill where you're planning on landing?
Where you take off in that, like you can leave it there on a stand and then look at your phone.
But
I was going to say what is
you're going to have to fucking haul ass back up that hill to get that to walk back down.
You're up. It's not just you jump off a hill and then you gone down. You gone higher. You gone higher than where you took off.
But Banjo, what I'm trying to understand is why would you want to know what the wind speed at the bottom of the hill is?
That's when you're coming into landing as well. You can't take No, but you can't.
Not be more,
you can't take it up with you.
Smarter
no,
to know
you
what
can't.
the
You
wind
can't
speed
take
is
it up with you.
Where you're taking.
That's where you're measuring it for you, but you can't take it up in the air with you.
I know. You said you leave it where like you take off it.
I'm confused. Whatever.
Where you take off and where you land can be the same bit.
Because if you find like a hot spot, you rise up and shit, right?
Hit a thermal and it takes you up.
Thermals or whatever they're called. Yeah.
So.
I'll remember that the next time I'm parachuting over the glens and that. Next time I jump off Skrill, I'll give you a shout.
Go for it, man.
Find out what the wind speed is. I want to try it, man. I think we should do that as the things.
Come with us.
We'll get some photos when we're fucking mid-air. Are you not going to get a bash hog?
He would never do that, man. He's a pussy.
Can I be like... I want to be like... Thingy, like, tied to your dad.
No, you can't do that.
Responsible for me
you can't. You need to know you need a license for that. And they don't like giving them out because folk were killed.
Who's got a fucking...
Nah, you get done.
Can I not say...
Who's got
Can I not sign a waiver?
No. No.
Just be like... It's not my fault if George kills me and drops me.
It's you just have to date yourself. That's the way you learn.
Mate, I cannot be fucking.
It's it.
How much is?
It's easy.
Why would you?
I don't know, man. Just for the experience, of it, man. I ken a few folk that have done it, like, what the fuck's his name?
Banjo.
No, like Banjo and his father. There's George for Spring Home. He does.
I date in Spring Home too sometimes.
I never asked, but okay.
Just saying.
No, I'm sure I've spoke to other folk that have done it. I can't think who off the top of my head though. But they've said like it is quite a buzz. Like, to be fair, I fancy trying it, but I'm also terrified of fucking it up and fucking ditching in a tree somewhere, and I'm just hanging there.
If Banjo can do it, I'm pretty sure.
One of these fucking bears that Nicholas Sturgeon's let out of hand and just fucking eats me alive, man. Because them cunts didn't even fucking kill you; they just start eating you. They just lie on top of you, start eating you, and you're like, oh well, there's nothing I can do except wait for the fucking inevitable darkness. It gives me the fear.
Would you rather be killed?
If I don't have water, that
would you rather be killed by a bear or a tiger?
Water, right?
No, you can't get into water.
A tiger.
Didn't get into water because you'd fucking drown.
I know. No, I forgot.
That.
See that chest, not chest.
No, because you can get caught.
The parachute will take in all the water and it'll drag you to the fucking bottom.
Aye, I'll just use my fucking.
The water's the worst place
I'll
to
just
land.
fucking unclip it.
Nah, you won't.
Release
there's
harness.
no quick release. You're fucked. Like.
Oh right, well.
There's legs on your straps, your waist, your chest, and fucking. There's no way.
How difficult is it to control?
You're overthinking this. If Banjo can do it, you can
I know,
do it.
but he also is stupid enough to not realise how easily this could go wrong.
I'm terrified of heights, man. I hate it, but I love it at the same time. It's well good.
I'm terrified of heights, so I just can't jump off a fucking cliff with a parachute.
I just did because my dad doesn't want to any other way, so I have to do this for him.
It's the only time my dad's ever smiled at me is when I jumped off a cliff.
You're a fucking tit, man.
Yeah. Oh, I've got to get. How much is a parachute in that? It's about to be fucking well expensive. Because I didn't want to buy fucking like $5,000 worth of shit to try it once again. Nah, it's not.
Yeah, about $1,000 or whatever. I don't know. It depends what you're getting, man. Because it's you have to get them tested as well.
Ken, what I'll get, Banjo? I'll get a fucking line of yours and see how it goes.
Just come with us, man.
I'm not getting up with you. I'll get with your fella.
You can't get up with somebody. We didn't have the equipment to.
No, I mean he can talk me through it. I'll listen to his advice, not yours.
No, good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
Good luck with that. Learning for the guy that showed me how to do it.
You never showed me how to do it.
What? How did he know? Who showed you then?
I got lessons.
YouTube.
I got one lesson.
One lesson, and the guy just went, "Ken, what? There's nothing else."
Nah, we got one lesson, and then we went out and bought it, and then we just did it ourselves.
I feel like they probably tell you during that lesson, look, just because you've had this lesson doesn't mean you can't.
100%.
You just go and stuff and jump off a cliff.
That's exactly what they said.
So you both decided, nah, fuck it, we can better than this guy that's been doing it for years.
Well, you should have seen him do it in the air, man. It was insane. Like he was spiraling and everything.
I will see you'd ken how to do that if you went to the second lesson.
Nah, we're alright. I fucked up Jens and I landed with the wind behind me, and that was a mistake. Like,
what do you want? I take it you want to land like
the wind facing you, like the wind hitting you.
Aye, so like the wind's kind of half pulling you backwards.
If the wind's behind you, pushing you forward, you're fucked. It's like getting hit by a bus, man. It's fucking. You're hitting the ground at like 30 mile an hour. It's not nice.
How the fuck do your wee is that how you're so short? Have you hit the ground that fucking hard that it's just shrunk you?
I've hit the ground before, man, and I did about 4 flips and I was fucked. Like, that was on soft ground. No, it's weird because you just kind of have to roll. Like, there's nothing you can do.
Just kind of roll and hope that you don't die.
You could not be a fucking idiot.
Tuck your head in and fucking pray to the gods.
So you can kiss your ass goodbye. They tell you to tuck your head just so that your fucking teeth remain intact, so that they can identify you by your dental records. That's all that's for. I'm gonna get a bash, man. I'll get a bash.
Enjoy yourself.
Are you not coming, Hog?
We could do a podcast paragliding.
Just for the experience, man. You could love it. You could find your new passion in life. You could reignite that fire under you.
Doubt, mate. Doubt. What, seeing fucking Dobiti from 40? Like, why would I give a fuck?
Oh, look, it's all great and depressing.
Oh, look, I can still smell the piss. Oh, wow. Like, what?
Oh, is that guy in the park dead or just OD'd? What is it?
It's just Banjo
floating over it, just wishing you could drop hand grenades on Dobiti.
I mean, why would I care? Oh, I can see things from up
Google
Maps. Check.
That's not the same, man.
You know what I mean?
It's exactly the same. I'll go for it, man.
Nice.
Fuck it. We'll sort. I'll maybe a date in the summer after lockdown's finished and that. We'll get it back. I'm getting for that. Oh man, right. I'm gonna have to get to work, boys. So I'm gonna have to cut this short. I'm afraid today.
Stay safe, homie.
Yeah, stay safe, everybody, and we'll see you next week. You had to do your outro, Banjo.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody's bought my piggy bank. I've not put it on Instagram yet.
Have you put the piggy bank up for sale, or are you just expecting folk to message you, be like, can I buy your piggy bank?
I'm expecting folk to message me.
Right, well then you're a fucking idiot. Do your outro.
I don't know why it go though, man. It's cute as fuck. Thanks,
Banjo,
guys, for listening to the short clip of something about Haggis podcast. The boys. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Story of your
somebody
fucking
bail me out.
Oh. Right, we'll see you next week. Catch you later, trips. Bye.